Vicki from Minerva and welcome to our Fabric Masterclass series. So this series is designed to complement the Minerva Fabric Guide, which is the ultimate reference guide to learn all about fabrics specifically for dressmaking. So the guide covers everything from understanding like the fundamental basic properties of fabrics through to fibres and what different fabrics are suited to making. And then in the last chapter of the guide, we cover 70 of the most popular base cloths, and each of them come with a physical fabric swatch as well, so you can get hands-on learning. So if you're interested in purchasing a copy of the fabric guide, we have them in stock now at Minerva. We can ship them out worldwide, and yeah, we've sold so many copies of the guide up until now. Thank you so much for everyone that's purchased your copy. We get so much amazing good feedback on this product, and it's certainly something we are very, very proud of. We've poured our decades worth of fabric knowledge and working in the fabric industry into this guide so that you can be armed with all the knowledge you will need for fabric for your dressmaking projects. So in this Fabric Masterclass video series, myself and Jo have filmed 2 videos each for each of the 70 base cloths that are featured in the fabric guide. So it's the video series is designed to work alongside the fabric guide if you have one at home. And we're going to work through them alphabetically. So this week's base cloth we are looking at is batik fabrics. So today I'm going to be taking a deep dive look into batik fabrics. We'll take a look at some of the fabrics we sell here at Minerva. I've got some examples to show you, and have a look at the differences between them, and then I'll be giving you lots of pattern suggestions as well, just to give you lots of ideas and inspiration on what you can make with batik fabrics, and to give you some actual specific pattern examples as well. And Jo's video, which is going to be coming later on the channel today, so keep an eye out for that. She's going to guide you through tips and techniques on how to sew with batik fabric. And she'll be sharing lots of inspiration from the maker community at Minerva as well, so you'll be able to see what lots of people in the Minerva community have been making with batik. Just again, to give you lots and lots of ideas. So let's get stuck in. So this page, so you can see here, this double page spread here in the fabric guide is talking all about batik fabric. So batik fabric, it's quite a unique fabric really. There's nothing else quite like it. And they are usually made from 100% cotton fabrics. So let me get one of the samples out now. This is from our collection here at Minerva. Isn't that gorgeous? So batik fabric, so you can see hopefully on the video this patterning on the fabric, and this is really what's unique about batik. And this pattern is made by a resist process where the designer or the printers use wax, and where the wax is, that prevents dye from sort of entering that, from penetrating that area. So it leaves those parts of the cloth undyed. And the process can be repeated many times, so you can really create some complex designs and lots of layers with it, and lots of colours in the process as well. And so the designs you'll find in batik, you can get some really simple kind of like geometric prints that are like sort of very repeated regular designs, and then through to really kind of quite detailed complex prints. And with batiks, they're usually, certainly all the ranges we stock here at Minerva, they're always hand printed. So we source a lot of ours directly from India, and yeah, the printers there are very often family-owned companies, and they will, they're master sort of printers or designers, will print the fabrics by hand. And what that means is every single metre is unique, and it's just, yeah, it's a wonderful sort of charm and characteristic of the fabric. We have a funny little sort of story really here at Minerva that we once spoke about with one of our fabric suppliers, and he was saying that he had a roll of rolls of fabric of this particular batik fabric that came in, and on the end of one of the rolls was actually an elephant's footprint. So obviously as this fabric's being made in India, and they're often laid out on large sort of areas outside to dry you know, in between the layers. So obviously an elephant at some point has come across and walked on this fabric, and yeah, he kept it because it was just, you know, I think he framed it because it, you know, it's such a lovely kind of, yeah, thing to have. But yeah, it really kind of goes to show the kind of, I guess that, you know, the process that goes into these fabrics, and just, yeah, how much actual human interaction there is with every single metre. Yeah, I love that sort of that part of batik fabric, and it really does come across in the fabric. So in the guide, you know, we talk about, you know, typically what weights and opacities and drape and structure and stretch and washing instructions and all that sort of thing with fabric. And, you know, in terms of what you can make with it as well, which is really what my video is focusing on today. So it's a very versatile fabric. As you can see, it doesn't have much drape at all. It's a very kind of structured fabric with crispness to it and body. So you want a style that requires a structured woven fabric. So think things like tops, shirts, you could make summery sort of trousers or shorts, skirts and dresses, and it's also very popular for things like bag making or quilt projects, patchwork and quilting, that sort of thing. So let's take a look. I've just pulled out 4 fabrics from our collection here today at Minerva. Now we do have lots more on the website, but the thing with batik fabrics is the range is always changing, so I didn't want to focus too much on specific individual prints because, you know, we could well sell out of these, and then there'll be a new collection that comes in its place. You know, it's always sort of chopping and changing. But yeah, so this one is a gorgeous sort of turquoise design, absolutely gorgeous. Then we have a very multicolour dotty kind of print. Love all the colours in this one, isn't that gorgeous? Very, very kind of summery, spring kind of feel, that one. Then we have something much darker with a whole rainbow of colours across the surface. Much sort of more dark, moody kind of print, but still lots of colour in there. I think that one's beautiful. And then this one, which, again, lots of colours in this one, completely different design. This one, the batik sort of print, if you will, in it, looks a little bit like leaves, but, you know, abstract kind of leaves. Really, really lovely. You will often find as well, all batiks tend to have a certain kind of look to them, but the actual detail in the print itself, you can get lots and lots of variety. So that's the few fabrics I wanted to share with you. Like I said, we've lots more on the website and it's always changing, so do take a look. But next of all, let's have a look at some pattern picks. So I've chose my top pattern picks for sewing with batik fabric, and I've tried to, you know, choose quite a selection of different sorts of styles just to cover lots of different things that you can make in this gorgeous fabric. So first of all, we've got the ever popular Simplicity 8014 shirt dress pattern. So we'll insert images as we go. And this is a gorgeous button-up classic kind of shirt dress pattern, but you have all different collar options, different sleeve length options, and then you also have a flared skirt option or a straight skirt option. You've also got patch pockets and side seam pockets. You've got a belt as well, so you can really just mix and match, you know, choose your style preferences for each bit of the shirt dress and really put together your perfect shirt dress with that pattern. And yeah, this sort of style really suits a fabric with a little bit of body, a little bit of structure, so a cotton batik work fabric would be absolutely lovely. Next up, we've got the Le Top pattern from Atelier Brunette Patterns, and this is a nice and easy sort of quite simple top pattern really. It's got a round neckline, it's got a slightly cropped length which is slightly shorter at the front than it is at the back, and then you've quite a lot of options in this pattern with how it fastens at the sides. So you've got a lace up option, like a tie bow option, and then 2 different styles of button options. Yeah, I just really like the variety that you've got in this pattern, and for what is such a simple shift kind of sleeveless top pattern, having these lovely details sort of on the side seams, I just think is a really, really special little touch. And I think in the batik as well, it'll really hold the shape of that top really nicely. Next up we've got the Donny shirt from Friday Pattern Company. This is a fantastic size inclusive pattern for a really kind of easy to wear, boxy, pull-on style top that's really kind of designed to be a workhorse in your wardrobe. So it's a dartless top and it's got a lapel collar and a patch pocket on the front. And yeah, I think in the batik fabric, it will really kind of hold the boxiness of that shape. Yeah, and I just think it will show this pattern style will show off a print gorgeously, and you know what could be more lovely than a batik print. Next up I've got Simplicity 9889, and this is quite an unusual top really. It's not quite a top, not quite a shirt. It has a seam line at the waist, and from that upwards it has a 3-button closure fastening, has a simple collar, sort of like princess seams that kind of come from the shoulders, and then it has different sleeve options, a short length, a 3/4 and a longer length sleeve with buttons on the end. Yeah, it's just something a little bit different for a shirt that I thought would work really nicely in the batik. It'd be nice and easy to sew that as well. Yeah, really nice kind of simple top, but with some nice, you know, design details there. Next up I've got a dress pattern. So this is the Eva dress from Tessuti Patterns. It's an advanced to beginner pattern, so nice and easy to sew, and I just love the kind of simplicity of this pattern. It's got a simple round neck, simple short sleeve, or you can make it sleeveless, seam line at the waist, and then in the skirt part it has a seam down the front and a seam sort of halfway across down the skirt. So it just creates a lovely, almost a little bit like a barrel shape, and I thought in the batik fabric it would make a wonderful summery dress. It's going to be lovely and breathable, but this slight sort of crispness and structure of the batik is going to hold the shape of that skirt really nicely. And next I've got something a little bit different. So this is the apron dress from the Assembly Line Patterns, and as it's described, it is like an apron style, but a dress pattern. It's got big patch pockets on the front, straps that come up at the front and then cross over at the back, and it's got a 2-button fastening at the back. Yeah, really lovely shape. I think for something like this you need something with a little bit of structure and body, so the batik is perfect for that. And yeah, I think it'd just be a little bit different in batik. It wouldn't have been the first sort of style that I thought of when I came to this fabric, but as I was browsing through the patterns on her website and I saw it, I thought, oh yeah, you know, that would be really lovely. Next up I've got another dress. This is from Merchant and Mills, and I do think quite a lot of Merchant and Mills patterns do suit a woven fabric, often with a bit of body and structure. And the Etta dress, which is the one I've got here to show you, is no exception. It's a lovely wrap over style dress. 3/4 length sleeves, or you can make it sleeveless, and it's got lots and lots of gathering in the skirt, and it's designed to be oversized and have a slightly sort of utilitarian kind of look. So in the batik it's really going to sort of hold the shape of that skirt. The gathers, you know, are going to be nice and proud, and it's going to have that sort of look and feel that the pattern is designed to have, you know, that oversized, boxy kind of feel. Yeah, I think it would be stunning in the batik. It would be something a little bit different as well. Next up we've got another dress pattern. This is from Style Arc, and this is the Porter dress pattern. Yeah, Porter woven pack. And in this pack you can actually make just a top, just a skirt, or a dress, so you can kind of like just pick just the parts of the pattern you actually want to sew, and it's got loads and loads of different options. So you have 3 different bodice options, one that's two that are button-ups, just slightly different styles, and one that has a bow fastening, which is really on trend at the moment, isn't it? It's got a V neckline, yeah, on all of those. Then you've got 4 different sleeve options. So you've got one with a nice little turn up, you've got like a puff ball sleeve, a simple straightforward shorter sleeve, and then you've got a full length or a 3/4 length sleeve that comes in with elastic at the end, so it sort of gathers in. And then there's the skirt itself, which is a gathered, very simple skirt. So you can really mix and match, you know, all the different options on this, and you even, you have a collar option as well that you can add to the bodice. So yeah, so many options, and I think all of those would work really well in the batik, and it'd make a lovely summery dress. They're lovely and breathable and cool in the cotton. Next up, so one of the first things I think to make of when I think of batik is a shirt, a classic shirt. So I've chosen the men's McCall's pattern 6044. This is one of the classic shirt patterns. I think it's the best selling men's shirt pattern we have every year. It's such a classic. You've got lots of different options. There's actually 5 different views in the pattern. So you've all different style pockets, different options for the yoke, different sleeve length options, and yeah, it's just a really great classic shirt pattern, and in a batik fabric, shirts are absolutely perfect. And then the last pattern I've got to share with you, so this is something just a little bit different. It's actually a learn to sew pattern from Simplicity. So yeah, if you're new to bag making, this could be really good. So this is the Simplicity 9308 pattern, and it's a really simple, classic kind of tote bag that comes in 3 sizes. It's designed for, you know, for woven fabrics, cotton blends, that sort of thing. So the batik would make a lovely lightweight version of this bag, perfect to, you know, maybe as like an everyday kind of shopping bag or a beach bag to use on holiday. It'd be a lovely thing to make as gifts for people as well, I think. Yeah, really, really lovely pattern, very simple, would be fabulous to show off one of these prints. So that's all the patterns I had to share with you to, you know, give you inspiration for what you can make with batik fabrics. So I hope you found that, you know, useful and inspiring, and it's just giving you lots and lots of ideas. Everything that I've mentioned in today's video we will tag below, so you can, you know, click on those links and you can find all the fabrics and the patterns that I featured in today's video. And of course, if you're interested in the Minerva fabric guide as well, you know, we'll tag that below as well. And we, just to mention as well, we do offer free super fast worldwide delivery here at Minerva, so wherever you're watching us from around the world, you know, you can we can send out parcels of sewing joy out to you. So thank you so much for watching today. Jo will be on the channel later today with her video looking at how to sew with batik and community maker inspiration, and we'll both be back again next week with the next base cloth in the fabric guide, so we'll look forward to seeing you then.